We got another beautiful whitetail buck out here. He's about 400 yards out, but I have no clue where he's going. It's been a little while since we used a 6.5 bolt action rifle, besides on the mess up yesterday with that feral pig where I had to put a follow-up into it. But ever since the 6.5 came out, the sound of it changed a couple different times now, and it sounds kind of incredible. So I want to take it out for some whitetail and see if we can't find some decent bucks. Well, we finally caught eyes on a pretty good whitetail buck. He was trotting off through here up in this thick brush here, and there he is. We got him out here at about 190 yards out. There's also another pretty good buck right there that I definitely want to try and get to. Smoked him. That's a beautiful buck. He was about 180 out. We held for the front shoulder and should have got pretty good penetration. We got another decent buck in the back. We might actually wait for him to come back. He stopped. It's almost a shot. Held a little bit high, but that should have been about 250, and that should be a smoke buck. Got some pretty good blood right here. This is the first one. This is going to be the biggest one. A 214, a perfectly centered double lung shot at 198 yards on that whitetail buck there, and that's our first pretty good buck with a 6.5 today. I would say he would be somewhere around right here, and that is an awesome shot. And there lays our second buck piled up right over here. Let's go take a look. I think this is the right buck, and it's definitely a buck. It is not the right buck, however, but a pretty awesome shot. 281 yard quartering away shot, right lung and liver. That, however, is the buck that we want. He's about 168 out, and there's actually another buck behind him, but I think we're gonna try and get just one buck here. Not really worried about, actually that's a doe. Okay, so forget that. There's the buck I was telling you about right there. Told you there's two bucks there. All right, so anyways, we're gonna try and take down, I think, the buck in the back and then the one in the front. Perfect shots. Looked awesome to me. So I actually held for the heart the second shot, but I think we still definitely got a single lung or potentially a double lung shot. Doe and a doe. Okay. Well, that's fine then. As long as there's no bucks running around still, then we're good. Well, there's one piled up right there and one piled up right there, so I guess they both ran maybe 30 yards. That worked out really good. Yeah, that's gonna be the first one. Ended up with a 169 yard, pretty awesome shot. Looks like we got shoulder blade and double lung there, just missed the top of the heart. Then this one here is gonna be, ooh, actually that might be the big one. Ended up with a 166 yard double lung shoulder blade shot and a 194 gold. That's the buck that we were after the whole time, but we got him. Ooh, we got another beautiful whitetail buck out here. He's about 400 yards out, but I have no clue where he's going. So we're gonna have to see if we can't figure that out here, and pretty fast, because I don't want him to get away. But before we go over and try and track down that big old buck, I do want to give you an update about the merch. A lot of you guys have been asking about the merch during the live stream. I think it was 2 days ago. And I told you once I get the shipment of t-shirts, I'm going to be able to take them, and then I have to bring them to another manufacturing company where they're going to print on the logo and do all whatever they have to do there, and then at that point it'll basically be done in about a week. Right now I'm building the Shopify website at this point, so that should be done in about 3 days. So within about 2 weeks you should be able to purchase your first realistic camouflage DD33 merch, and I'm really looking forward to that, and especially the fact that all you guys are looking forward to it too. So I wanted to give you an update on that, and yeah, anyways, like I said before, there's going to be two different versions. One's going to be kind of like a army style camouflage, and then the other one's going to be like a realistic style camouflage with the Hunter DD33 logo on it. And yeah, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the news on that, and let's get back to this hunt and try and find that big old whitetail buck. I was sitting here telling you guys about the merch, and I looked up, and all of a sudden a whole entire herd of whitetail came trotting through here. That's not a bad buck there, about 160 score or something like that. He's 277 yards away in a little bit of brush, but I think we could take that shot. Not only that, we're in a tripod now, so we'll have to hold a little bit high, but that looked good. Got a doe there. And it was really good because he's piled up right there. Actually, the whitetail aren't even spooked. That shot was so far out that the whitetail aren't even hardly spooked. So we took this shot somewhere about here, and there's our buck piled, oh, right here. And there's our buck piled up right here. I think we made a pretty good shot. Ended up getting, that's an amazing shot. Double lung, stomach, and liver at 276 yards and a 172.9 whitetail buck. That's not a bad looking buck. Oh, I still got eyes on that buck. But where is he going? Let's take a look. He is... Actually, I have a tripod right there. He might be going over here, but I kind of doubt it. I feel like he might actually cross over and find a new spot. I don't know. Let's figure that out. Okay. A couple does following him out there too. We found him. He's actually at a completely different zone here that I've never had before. And let me show you on the map. I do have a zone over here, but apparently he's not part of this zone. He's way over here. And when I picked up this zone, I believe it actually gave me a zone way over here. So I don't know if he spooked from here at one point and came all the way over here or what. But either way, we got him right here, about 50 yards away from us. Turn back. Come on, turn back. It's a little too much. That'll work. Smoked him. I never saw him come past that brush there, so I'm pretty sure he piled up right about there. Hold up, we got another really good buck. And another one. I think we just smoked that buck. I don't know, I was zeroed in for 80 and I held for the top of the shoulder because he was probably like 120 out. How far was that actually? Oh, he was about 180 out. I really hope we got some drop. Yes, we got him. We got him. Whew. So the reason we're zeroed in for 80 is because we just took down this buck right here. And typically I stay zeroed in for 160, but because that buck was about 70 yards out, we wanted to be, you know, zeroed in for as close as we pretty much could. But here lays our first big buck right here. And the fact that that other buck was over there is pretty cool because I never even had a clue he was there until we came over here to pick up this buck. And let's pick him up. That's going to be, ooh, a 238 gold whitetail buck. We double lunged him at 58 yards as he was quartering away there. That's a giant buck, and he weighed 201 pounds. But this buck over here looked pretty good too. He definitely looked pretty decent. I would say he's gonna break for sure 200s, but then there was another buck with him as well that might break 200s, so I don't even know if we got him or... Take a look right there. That's what every hunter loves to see, the white belly of their big buck piled up. Oh, right there. That's the buck, that's the buck. It's 118 out. I don't really want to take a walking shot. Should work, that should work. What, right through that front shoulder and try to get a single lung. He was quartering a little bit, but I think, and he's down because I don't see him running. We got two does coming through here and the buck was right there. He must have piled up somewhere over there. Let's go take a look. All right, so we have two bucks down here. We got the one buck that we just got maybe 5 minutes ago after the first buck, and then the second buck we just got right now. And he ran off somewhere in that grass over there. This buck here is piled up. We should be able to find him pretty easy. Okay, so here's this buck. I never really got a chance to get an estimate on him because we took kind of a quick shot, but I think he's going to be a good one. That's going to be a 213, and we actually got a little bit of drop. I was holding for the front shoulder and the spine kind of, and we got about a 4-inch drop at about 206 yards. A perfect shot, though, and a 213 whitetail buck. Now, this buck we hit right about here, and he ran... Oh, there's the does. Two does right there and right there. We'll let them be for now. We got blood here. And there he is piled up right here. Let's take a look. He's definitely going to be a good one. Alright, here he is. Ooh, probably like a 216 or something like that. Ooh, that's going to be a 229 gold whitetail buck. It's kind of a non-typical rack. One going up, one going down. And like I said, we took a shoulder blade quartering shot right there and busted through 85 yards out and a 229 gold whitetail buck. Wow. If you'd have told me that was going to happen, I never would have believed you, because I've pretty much been hunting for the last hour or two trying to find a couple of decent bucks. I'm talking like at least close to 200. I wasn't even saying 200 because we got that 190s and I was like, whoo, this is a big deal. We finally got our first gold buck. And then we finally spotted that big one that had a 200 minimum estimate on him. We ended up tracking him down, and it actually led us to 2 more beautiful whitetail bucks. So instead of getting 1 huge buck, we ended up getting 3. Let's take a look at the true score on him. That's going to be an 18 inside with an overall spread of 34 inches on that buck right there. A really cool looking buck and a 14 point to finish off this hunt. That is not bad. Anyways, that's going to be it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you learned a lot. And thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.